hope this isn't really live. I hope I have a chance to do something with it, but this is a complete experiment. I, I have been a public speaker, an author. I've worked with the largest corporations all my life, so done a lot of public speaking. And I have been on TV quite a few times, but I'll tell you, YouTube freaks me out. So does social media. And I'm trying to get through it because I do have a lot to talk about, and I want to share a lot of the things I've learned along the way in hopes to help people have a life that's a little bit closer to the power that they really own. Anyway, oh no, there you go. So yeah, I have a long way to go. They say that your first YouTubes, you should just throw them away. And I do have YouTubes on here from 10, 15 years ago because I was running these schools all over the world and people really wanted to see what we were doing. And so there's some old stuff up there, but oh gosh. Okay. So this is about today's July 29th, 2026, and it happens to be a full moon, and it happens to be the third day of a 3-day water fast. I've been doing these 3-day water fasts for about 2.5 years with several people. People want to do them with me, so I've created the protocol. I've done a lot of research, talked to a lot of people about it, and my primary reason now for doing water fast is because I get so many divine messages. I mean, I all my life I've gotten a lot of amazing divine messages from uh, well, I could do a week long seminar about the stuff that I've heard that is just by the grace of God. But when I started doing water fasts, I did it mainly to lose weight and to get rid of damaged cells in autophagy. First time I did it, I thought I would maybe die. I'm not that big, and I just didn't think I had enough meat on me to live for 3 days. But believe it or not, you don't die. And there's so much research on what it does for people's healings. Anyway, the first day is always really tough for me. For some reason, after 2.5 years, this first day on Monday was really hard for me. I had to just really get inside of my head to not want to eat. And so much of it is psychological, and it's because we're hooked on dopamine. So our mouth is full of incredible nerves of joy and thriving and abundance. Our mouth is, I think I read somewhere where you have more nerves in your mouth than any other place in your body. And whether or not that's true, it's still pretty prevalent that you get so much satisfaction and joy from your mouth. And this is one of the reasons that we have so many people that are addicted, because I can't think of too many addictions that don't involve your mouth. And and food, the companies that produce our food know this, and so they're constantly do our own taste buds. But one of the things that I've taught pretty much my whole life is to use and to grow your ability to have your senses in high priority, because your senses are going to help you be in the present moment and also heighten your experience, because through your senses is how you become very present and actually calms you down. And what we get so hooked on is putting stuff in our mouth. So snacking and eating all day long. And I've gone in and out of different diets. I've taught yoga since I was 17. So I have been a vegetarian many, many times in my life. I've been a vegan many times, but I don't like it because I just love cheese. And I think it's more of a cultural thing than it is, the taste. But I do love the taste. And there's a part of me that believes that food is about celebration and about being other people and enjoying other cultures. And I like to travel, so I like to try other food. But for me, doing the 3-day water fast is a way for me to realize I don't have to be addicted to food. I don't have to be thinking, where am I going to buy some food? What should I have for dinner? Because, if you think about when you're traveling, that's like 90% of what all of us think about. Where should we go for breakfast? What should we have for lunch? What should we have for dinner? And you think about, gosh, if you remove that for 3 days, what about? And you just see this big world that you have that is outside of eating. So, anyway, by the third day, most of us have a lot of energy. We feel really good. Our bodies have stopped producing all the energy that it needs to break down food, and so all of a sudden you have this renewal of spirit and of physical energy. And I always look forward to the night time when the protocol is very, very strenuous. I mean, people do it a whole bunch of different ways, but what I've learned and what I've practiced on my own self is to stick with the program. And you come off of it with a bowl of bone broth, and I get this bone broth called kettle something. It's so good. It's ginger and turmeric, and I never liked bone broth before that. But anyway, I have the whole protocol. I have it written down, and if you contact me some way or another, I'm happy to share it with you. I have protocols for just about everything. Anyway, I just am practicing. This is a brand new format for me, and I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm going to try to share these gems that I have practiced and learned and have had. I've had I've had the most amazing people in my life. Sometimes I just think, how did I meet them? How did I get to have them influence me? But I have wonderful, wonderful partners. One of them is Jack Canfield, who is famous for Chicken Soup for the Soul. But Jack is very spiritual, and we have worked together since I think 2012. But I was a very big advocate of his work anyway, because he consolidated really all the best writers and best thinkers of the human potential into one book called The Success Principles. And I used to buy those by the case and have them in all the schools that my philanthropic work did. And I just believe in what he's teaching. So he's a big influence on me, but I'm a big influence on him too. Anyway, I hope someday you guys, I always do this uh, fast during a full moon, usually Sunday to Wednesday, because that's kind of like the time when you're not being invited over for dinner or whatever. It just seemed like it worked out for us. And so I look at the full moon, and I look at what's that Sunday and Wednesday next to it. And that's when we do it. You can always get a hold of me and do it with us. And my main thing that I want you to do in your life right now is become the superhuman that God created you to become. I mean, there is a reason that your thumbprint is different than mine, different than anybody else's. God gave you some job to do that only you have the ability to do. And all of us need to help each other figure out what is that incredible, unique superpower, superhuman thing that you came here to produce, and then help each other be the best that we can be so that our world gets better, because we're all at our heightened self. Right now, I feel like 99.999% of the world is walking around like zombies. We've been so programmed to not believe in ourselves, so programmed to not believe in the holiness that God created. I mean, God created heaven on earth, but we're so busy putting stuff in our mouths and running around and complaining, and we don't even see what's right in front. And so that's my work right now, is to just help people. I hate to say the word awake because there's a lot of a lot around that, but um, we can do this. We can make the world work. There are enough smart people. Even AI is probably going to solve AI's own problem. So, and I use AI all the time, but it's never right. It's never exactly what I want. So I have to, beat it up sometimes. But there are a bunch of smart people trying to fix all the rivers, trying to fix all the oceans, trying to figure out whether or not you should eat all this, meat or go back to some vegetarian kind of life. I mean, there are wonderful people trying to solve big, big problems because we have been duped. We've been duped by people who could afford the marketing and the news and the movies to make us think that we're nobody. And we aren't. We're somebody. And we were built in the likeliness of God. And we were built with these incredible abilities. I wrote a whole book called God Spark, and it's about the quantum mechanics behind the human body. A lot of people helped me with that book. It has a lot of Joe Dispenza in it. Um, I I'm grateful for all the help I get, and I'm grateful that I'm being made to do stuff like this that maybe shares it even to one other person that might hear this and go, I think I can do that. It just takes one hard step to start building the confidence that then creates the courage to do the next hard step. And then once you do two or three and you have that delayed dopamine, when you start delaying dopamine and not just getting into it right away, what happens is that when you do allow yourself to get the dopamine goes up and it feels so much better and it feels joyful and blissful instead of 1 second at a time for the next hit. All right, guys, just believe in love, no fear, and choose to believe that you are superhuman because you are. Well, this was fun. Now, how do I end it? I don't even know. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is.